Hey wrestlers, I'm here today to talk to you about something you may have been grappling with lately, and that's hydration. My name is Wendy Earlbeck, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, and I'm excited today to talk to you about the importance of water and how you can optimize your performance with proper hydration strategies. Water regulates your body temperature, it lubricates your joints and tissues, it eliminates waste from your body, it supports your overall athletic performance, it aids in digestion and nutrient absorption. And wrestlers, how do we measure dehydration? We measure dehydration by looking at our body weight. So, as little as 2% or more decrease in body weight during a practice or training session can result in dehydration. For example, if you're a 140-pound athlete and you lose approximately 2.8 pounds, we could say that you're dehydrated, and that's how we would measure that. And water is lost through sweat, evaporation, urine, and even your tears. Did you know that? And some signs and symptoms that you may need to watch out for that also could determine dehydration is quicker to fatigue. You're feeling more tired during your practice session than you had in the past. Maybe you're seeing declines in performance. You're not able to grapple as long with your partner. You may experience extreme thirst. You can't get enough water. Other ways that we would measure dehydration is looking at our urine. You are well hydrated if you have that light yellow color, and when you reach that dark yellow color on the scale, you'll notice that yes, you are dehydrated, and that can result in a decline in your performance, and that's not a place that you want to be. And wrestlers, here's a pro tip from a registered dietitian. You need a water bottle. You need to consume 16 to 24 ounces before your match to ensure that you are well hydrated so you can compete at your best. And leading up to competition, it is so important to stay hydrated to avoid any declines in performance. You should aim to consume liquids at every meal and at each snack, so milk with meals and water in between. Making sure that you're drinking about 20 ounces of fluids 2 hours before your practice begins, and sipping on liquids up until your practice time starts. So, good rule of thumb is 8 ounces before practice. And what's 8 ounces? That's a cup of water. So the second that you're stepping off the mat, you want to reach for that water bottle, making sure that you're rehydrating with about 16 to 24 ounces of fluids for every pound that you lost. So what does that mean? You need to jump on the scale and identify how much weight you have lost. For example, if you're 150 pounds, that's approximately 1.5 to 3 pounds of weight lost. So that means for every pound you have lost, you need to consume 16 to 24 ounces of fluid to replenish to ensure that you are rehydrated. On match day, be sure to consume 8 to 16 ounces of fluids upon waking if possible. So what does that mean? Put a water bottle by your bed so you're ready to go for the next morning. Also, immediately following your weigh-ins, be sure to consume 16 to 32 ounces of cold fluids. Cold fluids will help to cool your body and will be absorbed quickly to help rehydrate prior to competition. And most importantly, between matches, consume 8 to 16 ounces of fluids. Let's dive in closer and take a look at what an optimal hydration plan looks like. As we know, we need to consume 8 to 16 ounces of fluid upon waking. Breakfast, our first meal, let's be sure to add 8 to 16 ounces of water or milk. 8 a.m. to noon, that is your optimal window to drink at least 16 to 20 ounces of water, milk, or even a sports drink as necessary. But athletes, remember that milk at meals and water in between is also a great way to ensure your hydration levels. Let's talk lunch. So lunch, we are supposed to consume at least 16 to 20 ounces of water or milk. Be sure to add in some salty snacks to your meal. maybe some pretzels, cheese, deli meats, things that will also offer us sodium to support our electrolyte balance. Now, let's take a closer look at that 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. window and what that should look like. We want to ensure that we're consuming at least 16 to 20 ounces of water 2 hours before the start of practice. And during your workout or practice, be sure to sip on 6 to 8 ounces of either water or even a sports drink every 15 to 20 minutes of that workout. After practice, if your practice ends around 6 p.m., be sure to rehydrate with 16 to 24 ounces of water or even a sports drink. In addition to those carbohydrates that you've depleted while you're on the mat, especially with practices up to 2 hours, can result in depleted glycogen stores, which is your storage form of carbohydrate. So be sure to pack a chocolate milk for after practice. Now let's talk dinner. If you're consuming dinner around 6:30, be sure to include 20 ounces of water or milk with that meal to ensure optimal hydration levels. Lastly, that 7 to 10 p.m. time frame before you get a great night's sleep, be sure to drink at least 20 ounces of water or other fluids to ensure that you have pre-hydrated for the next day's practice or even competition. Another great way to optimize those hydration levels is to incorporate a high fluid snack. Fruits or vegetables can be a great way to increase fluids, along with yogurt, pudding, or even a popsicle. And wrestlers, I have a great example of why hydration is so important for you. Think of your bodies as a sponge. When you are dry, you are unable to function or do your job. So if you're well hydrated, you're able to move, you're able to bend, you're able to do what you need to do. And if you are dehydrated, it will limit your capacity to perform at your best. And you're here to win, so if you want to win, take care of your hydration. In a supplement-driven world, what's the most forgotten and underutilized supplement? That's water. Dehydration can and will impact your strength, your endurance, your ability to focus, and your ability to perform at your best on the mat. Did you know that a wrestler can lose at least 1 to 2 liters of fluids per every hour of wrestling? As you've learned, this results in dehydration. So, as a rule of thumb, you should be urinating at least 4 to 7 times per day. So drink up! In summary, dehydration can negatively affect your performance. Be sure to consume 16 to 24 ounces of water upon waking. Be sure to incorporate milk at meals and water in between. Also, weigh in before and after practices, training, and matches to determine how much fluid is needed to rehydrate your body. Lastly, a well-hydrated athlete is a successful athlete. For more great sports nutrition information, check out milkmeansmore.org.